G'day, it's Dave here, Dave Mills, and I would like to talk to you about planning in the opening if you're a beginner. Now, planning seems like a giant mystery, but it's actually very simple. And it's not about memorizing countless chess openings. That's what beginners do. They memorize openings, they memorize tricks, and they wonder why in the middle game and end game they fall apart and they miss something simple. Well, I'm here to tell you that planning in the opening, if for a beginner, is as easy as a grandmaster can plan in the opening in the beginning. Now, obviously, if you want to reach the stratosphere like that, you definitely need to know your opening theory. But as a beginner, you can win many games and set yourself up by actually knowing some basic ideas of planning. Okay, so just quickly, we know in the opening that the king needs to castle. But did you know that you want to connect your heavies, the rooks, connect them together? That's how important it is to know when the opening is finished. If you attack, your plan is to complete your opening. That is as simple as it is. Complete your opening. Now, there's a plan for the middle game as well, even from a beginner. But what we're going to just talk about here is about getting your king to safety quickly, and we're going to talk to you about castling and developing. Okay, it's speed of development, and I'm going to show you some golden ideas. Okay, so the first idea is you want your pawns in the center. Now, how many should you move in the opening? Remember, it's about getting the king to safety and connecting your heavies. So do you want to use one or two? Well, one is faster. The king pawn is definitely faster. There's only two more pieces that have to move for the king to castle, whereas the queen's got to move. The queen's actually got to move for the king to castle queenside. That doesn't mean queenside castling is bad. It just takes an extra move, which is the one thing you have for white, so you have to be careful. So step one is develop one of your center pawns, queen or king, and step two is develop your knight. Knight before your lights. Okay, so now you can see I've chosen a side to castle. And should I put my bishop here? Well, that's not a bad idea. I mean, maybe they can pin your knight down, but how many squares in your opponent's territory is that attacking? Because activity is how many squares in their territory. So this is the half of the board. This is my half. There's their half of the football field. So I'm only really potentially pressuring, if this knight moves, I'm only really pressuring one square in their territory. Now, this quiet move here is okay. There can be strategic reasons for it, but generally that's not what is recommended. What is recommended is so knight before bishop. Now your bishop is actually pressuring a target in their half of the board. So and through that the knight, okay, and the king. See, the F pawn is the fool pawn. It is foolish to move it early.